Now, as you can see, we're very happy that we're able to have in-studio guests at this point in time. Madonna Roudett is the president and organizer of the T&T Natural Artisans and Mango Melee, here with us to whet our appetites, stimulate our imagination, and talk about Mango Melee, which is on August 2 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Good evening, ma'am. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Now, give me a little history of the Mango Melee, thanks.
Well, the Mango Melee started as a twist on what people may have already known, but to get people to build a relationship between the citizens and the artisans, and to just, or I should say, to build a long-lasting relationship, not that one-time buy, which we usually get, so that we'll have longevity. You know, you have that consistent sales and that relationship where they have the confidence to buy from us.
I guess sometimes too, in terms of, say, okay, well, we're going to an event and we buy something from someone we don't know, we don't remember, and we're not able to, one, connect with them on a continual basis, especially if that person isn't necessarily on Facebook or some of the places that
isn't on our store shelf, isn't a brick and mortar business, which is about 90% of the artisans that make up the Mango Melee.
So who are some of those artisans as we're talking about?
We have Tipsy Pop, we have VB's Backyard Business, we have Carib Gills, we have who again? Niche Traders, we have some of the names are quite long.
But as we, as they come to mind, we talk about them within the conversation. But one of the things that I like about the Melee, as I'm seeing, is that it seems as though it is taking it a step further than just saying, okay, well, we're dealing with mangoes, so here are the mangoes in their first form.
Thank you, because I think that's a huge misconception with some people. They come expecting to buy mangoes. Yes, they'll buy something that was made with mangoes, but what we're trying to get people to understand is that there's so much more than just, you know, the regular peel and suck. There's so much more to enjoy about mangoes. And one of the main things that has brought a lot of the interest for people who have started mango festivals in the Caribbean on the whole is that, well, locally, mango is the most wasted fruit in Trinidad, the most wasted produce, I should say.
So what are some of the things that they're using in reimagining mangoes to do?
I'll call one of the most unusual that we have. Well, everybody knows apple cider vinegar. You'll get an assortment of mango vinegars, mango cider vinegars. People could also, they may have tried it last year, they could also try their hand at mango paratha.
No, man. talk these things again. So we have various things as opposed to just mango juice and mango wine, because we know
a step further.
So you're saying as opposed to apple cider vinegar, there's mango cider vinegar. What would people use that for?
You can use it on your salads, you can use it to marinate meat, you can use it to wash meat. You could, just the same way that they will take the apple cider vinegar, you know, for a little cold or mucus or anything, they could also consume the mango vinegar.
And I'm moving, I'm still processing that, but you're talking about mango paratha or mango, what was that?
Well, we know what a paratha looks like, buttershot, but the mango is incorporated into the flour when they're kneading the flour. So it may not have that typical color. There's a slight yellowness to the color.
Okay. And while we're talking about products, I want you to take us through, because we won't be able to zoom in, but some of the products that we have here, like this one is
mango barbecue sauce.
Mango barbecue sauce. Now, I'll lift this so that we can see the mango pie. Very happy for people to come in bearing gifts of more than bread and wine. And so this one is kuchula.
Actually, this is a chutney.
Okay.
It's a mango chutney, but it's a chunky mango chutney. This is a mango pepper jelly, a mango and thyme. This is starch and pawpaw mango vinegar. This is a mango pepper sauce. And this one is a grapefruit and mango wine.
And one of the things I like is that going through, you're telling me about as opposed to just saying mango this or mango that. Some of them actually tell you which type of mango.
Yeah.
So we'll see whether or not we get some of the nuances.
And this year we're going to have, we're trying to do a lot of the things virtually so people could get a lot of information before they come to the festival, because the festival this year is functioning similarly to our farmers market. We're really sorry we can't entertain people this year. It's a buy and carry.
And take me through that process in terms of saying, oh gosh, COVID, how are we going to do this? What are we going to do? Give me the steps between that thought and us speaking here saying that this event is happening on the 2nd of August.
Okay. On entry, firstly, people have to sanitize, and you must wear a mask on entry. You will be denied entry without a mask or sanitizing. You can purchase. You will not, we will not be putting down chairs and tables and so forth for people to dine in and sit and enjoy the day. It's something that we have to forego for the sake of everybody's safety and the vendors' safety as well as the patrons. I don't just want to say everybody and just leave it at that. And thereafter, patrons are free to go and come back. If you want to purchase breakfast and go, come back, purchase lunch and go, come back and purchase dinner, we more than welcome that. But we can't house everybody throughout the day. We're just asking everybody to understand that just like going to the market, you have to purchase and bid goodbye.
And that reminds me to ask the question, yes, it is happening at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. so people can have breakfast, they can have later meals, but where is it happening? Because you're saying people are free to go and come.
It's at Eddie Hart Grounds, an open area, so we have that fresh air throughout the day. And we're really excited, even in the midst of everything that's going on, to be able to offer what we do to earn a living to the country.
And those are some of the things that I wanted to speak about in terms of what was the process like? Did you have artisans saying, okay, well, we're not sure that we want to be a part of it this year? What was their response?
There were a lot of questions, rightfully so. I think one of the things that makes them the most comfortable is that we're not entertaining people throughout the day. Another thing, a lot of the questions were actually answered before some of them were asked. So it was just a few things where people have misunderstandings, where they just wanted to make sure, like, what if the pandemic breaks out and, there's a huge breakout, what do we do, and so on. Are we allowing people to just walk in? Are we sanitizing them, and so on? The typical relatable questions, totally expected, and everyone been answered.
So I want to take a break. When we come back, we talk about some more of the preparation for the event, thinking of one, the customers that are going to be passing through, not staying, but passing, getting, leaving, possibly coming back, as well as the organizers. But we do that speaking with Madonna Roudett. When we return, stay with us. Welcome back. We are having conversation with Madonna Roudett. We're talking about Mango Melee, which is on the 2nd of August at the Eddie Hart Grounds in Tacarigua. It's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, when we took the break, we were talking about getting things in place. Are there special permissions that you had to go through to get the event off the ground?
One thing we had to do was to get a lot of advice. We spoke with people at the Ministry of Health, we spoke with people at the corporation, and we basically implemented everything that we were advised to do. And one of the main things that was asked is, and asked by people we approached for sponsorship, was how are you addressing the patrons on entry? Will they be sanitized? Is there going to be hand washing? Are you entertaining? How many you're entertaining, and so forth. And that's why it's just a in and out, just as you're going to a market.
Same entrance and exit?
No, there's a different exit way. One entry, one exit.
All right. So, no, we spoke about almost everything on the table, but we didn't speak to the two wooden implements. What are they?
This is a mortar, this is a rolling pin, and this is a stirring spoon. These items are made out of Dudu's wood, and they're made by Mr. Arthur's Woodwork. People can find him at Green Market and at Mango Melee, and he is very talented. Last year we had traditional tops made out of Dudu's wood.
All right, so you're saying the tops were made out of Dudu's wood. Do you know the types of wood that went into these implements?
These are Dudu's also.
Okay, Dudu's.
Yeah. If you actually smell it, it smells slightly of mango.
There's some people that wouldn't have to smell it because they might want to go and see if it tastes like Dudu's after.
Oh boy.
But naturally, this is just a representation of some of the things that will be there on the day. What are some of the other things that people can expect?
Pillory. The pillory is made with cubes of mango in it, but let me call it categories. Baked goods, breads, cakes, pastries, pies, as you can see. Different types of beverages, wine, liquors, juices, punches, frozen treats, ice cream, popsicles, condiments, barbecue sauce, pepper sauce, dips. What else? What am I missing?
While you're thinking about that, there is something that I saw, and it made me say, why didn't I think of that? Which is, I think, the importance of these types of events, these kinds of festivals, these kinds of initiatives. It was mango and cream cheese wonton.
Ah, yes. There's a mango and cream cheese wonton. There's also a potato and mango wonton. And this is sometimes some people, they have their typical product. They have the typical way that they do their product, and they want to take part. And what we do is we may make a suggestion, offer a twist on the item, and it just gets the creative juices flowing, and then they come up with something that, well, we definitely never had before. Like the mango pie, for instance. And, well, the reason why she calls that mango pie is there's more than one variety of mango in it.
Now, when they say more than one variety, we're going to ask you which types, because, you know, people have types that they like, one, and then people have types that they say, okay, well, calabash better for chow because of the way it cut and the size.
No tread.
You understand? Yeah, no tread as well. So what, in terms of the mango?
In this one, there's Ver, and there's an unnamed mango. It's a grafted mango that we know not the name of.
But that, you know, you spoke about giving advice. How long did the event take to get off the ground? Was it a little longer than usual because of the pandemic, having to take measures, putting extra safety measures in place? What was that conversation? What has that conversation been like?
Well, we actually announced the date for this year about within a month of the festival last year, which was in June. And, you know, we got the ball growing because, I want to say growing instead of going, because we wanted, a lot of people told us after, we didn't know about this, we didn't hear about this, and we wanted the word to get out as far as possible. In light of everything changing, as soon as the pandemic came close to home, we adjusted the date to a date that we thought might have been safe for everyone. And during that time, we tried to learn as much as we could to make sure that we could keep everybody safe during time. All the things that we want to implement, like taking people's temperature on the way in, making sure, how do we approach them about sanitizing when they don't want to sanitize. The people who come in with a mask, you know, sometimes now some stores are experiencing where people will get a bit aggressive when you tell them to put on their masks, and how we deal with that and so on. And how I think one of the biggest things for us is just working on the team, managing the crowd. So one of the things that we're playing with is one-way traffic.
Okay,
as I said, one way.
And I'm glad I was able to ask
out.
you already. You say, okay, well, we thought of that, this is what we're doing. But in terms of sourcing and finding and directing flow, where did you source your mangoes from? Where did you get them from?
Oh, we get them from all over the country. Some people give it to us, some people we purchase it from, some people we say, you have a mango tree, can we get some mangoes? Some of the artisans have trees. Some of them have neighbors who have trees. 6 degrees of separation. Somehow but we get them. And the more unusual the mango, we'll definitely go after it. Because like, I think we have products right now that are using 4 grafted mangoes that we have no name for. Delicious mangoes, but there are no names right now. Other than that, of course, cutlass. I don't want to call it typical names. Cutlass, Buxton Spice, a grafted Julie, as I was told, and Cora.
Okay, now, and you spoke about growing the festival, growing the initiative, and if I'm not mistaken, there's also a cookbook that is around. Tell me a little bit about that, thanks.
The recipe book was started at the Sorrel Melee, which is the Sorrel Food Festival that happens in December. Well, one thing I'll add to that is that we like to do things in season. It was started to get the public to appreciate taking the fruit or taking that item and using it into something else. Like a simple thing I remember talking about this once, as putting some sorrel in your stewed chicken, right? I know that some people were very uncomfortable with the thought of putting sorrel in a dish, but I mean, you're eating sorrel chutney, you're eating sorrel pepper sauce, so why not go way beyond? So it's to just get the mind going and to get them comfortable with what we do. So just the same way that we have confidence in using mango in paratha, we want them to say, you know what, I feel it for a different type of bread today. I'm throw a little mango in. So, you know, it actually does your body good to change what you eat.
Definitely, and I also heard that it makes sense to be able to get, like you said, what is in season and using it so that you don't need to have measures taken to preserve things over a long time.
That's a really good point that you brought up, because one thing about the group, as it's named, Natural Artisans, we try to avoid coloring, artificial flavor, artificial essence. Well, I consider all essence artificial. And it's something we keep encouraging the members to do, members and non-members. We ask them to not use these things. We try to stay within these parameters and to use real fruit. We don't encourage or support using artificial fruits.
Finally, how do people contact you, get more information? 1, about the festival, 2, about the cookbook, and 3, possibly the artisans, the natural artisans themselves.
All right. To learn more about the Trinidad and Tobago Natural Artisans, they can visit the Facebook page, Trinidad and Tobago Natural Artisans. They can also visit the Mango Melee page, which is Mango Melee TT on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Mango Melee. They can also call 390-5340, or they can email mangomelee@gmail.com.
All right, so we want to thank you so much, Madonna Roudett, President and Organizer of the T&T Natural Artisans, and Mango Melee, reminding you it is on at the Eddie Hart Grounds, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the 2nd of August, which is a Sunday. So don't miss it. Walk with your mask though, because no mask, no service. On behalf of the entire news team, thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.